Yeah, boom. Let me just like 4 years ago, I was like, on days when this is how my life works, yeah. So like my diary now, there might be a day or 2 days where there's nothing in my diary, yeah. But that doesn't mean I don't have anything to do, because something is gonna come up.
There's always stuff to do.
Something's always coming up.
Yeah.
But before it was how it is now, there were times when there was just like just not really much going on at times. I'm all right, but there's not really much going on. So you know what? Let me just get the license, put a bally on.
Put a bally on?
Yeah. Just in case someone, you understand what I'm saying, yeah? And then just, drive around. I mean, now...
never going to end well.
Of course not. But the thing is, you can get away with putting a bally on now because of COVID.
As an Uber...
Because of COVID.
Fucking hell. I don't know about a bally. Maybe like a proper face mask.
Yeah, like a
like a bally. I don't know. I'm not sure I'd be getting in the Uber if he was wearing a bally.
Why? Because really,
I don't know. I don't.
A woman would not feel comfortable in it. Maybe late at night and that. You're not.
Bro, if you're driving me around, I want to be able to see your fucking face.
Yeah, man, I hear that still. And I know that like women in particular have some horror stories with flipping getting Ubers with. That's the thing I never really thought about at one point. That essentially, you're getting in the car with a stranger, innit? Yeah. Enough man that were doing Uber at a point were not. They were getting someone else to do the license for them. So it wasn't actually really them.
They were doing their brethren's account.
Yeah, using it on their brethren's account and that.
Yeah,
so now you can keep up a fuckery while doing that.
Get away with it. Potentially.
Yeah, potentially.
But fuck your boy over, potentially.
Yeah, true. I mean, this is the thing, you never know what people do behind closed doors, bro. That's the thing. Sometimes you never even really know. There's maybe certain sides of your friends that you don't even really know at times. Bro.
100%.
Like... Think about...
There's sides to everyone you don't know.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. You can never know everything about someone.
No, never. No one knows everything about me. No one knows everything about you. Not a chance.
Nah, bro. Could you imagine, though? Like,
why did you smile?
You sit down. You could go out one day, bro.
Yeah.
And have lunch with someone. You could have a lunch with a girl and she murdered someone.
And you would never know.
And you would never know. Or... I was saying this to someone yesterday, yeah? I don't know if I've said this before, but someone's got a granddad, yeah? Someone's got a granddad that is around 70, 80 years old, right?
Yeah.
Who has a family, grandkids, and a happy dynamic today. Like a really happy dynamic. Yeah. But you know what, bro? They are worried every time that door knocks, Do you know why? Because they know what they did.
Yeah,
they know what they did. They know what they did when they were 22.
It still lives in them.
What?
Still lives in their head. Yeah.
And think about it. Big Brother wasn't about like how it is now. We don't have like... One thing that we don't have as much anymore is serial killers. We got man that kill.
You don't know that.
Yeah, we don't. I know.
You really don't know
that. Yeah, we don't. That's true.
I would not say that.
Well, I'm saying that like... I believe though, I'm just saying this more so because of we got DNA now.
You're saying it was easier to get away with it back then,
which
you're 100% right about. But that doesn't mean there's any more or less now.
But would it not be obvious that there would be a bit less with DNA? I mean, I know that they get it wrong.
People get smarter, bro. People find ways, I guess. I don't know. I'm just not confident enough to say there's less serial killers now. That's a big statement.
I think there is. I think there's less serial killers. I think there's probably equally as much murderers, and maybe even more. Maybe more
murderers.
But that's because
more access.
But also population has got bigger.
Yeah,
unless we're talking about percentages.
I reckon if you adjust for population increase, it's still more. Okay, so don't forget. For instance, if you're going to go with it. In America, you got kids running up in schools with guns, just killing up bare people.
Right, but
on a regular as well.
Okay,
but then that's just one example in one country.
Yeah.
And that kind of thing did not exist. What, maybe like 20 years ago?
Nah.
Maybe the odd one every few years that might happen. I guess I don't know. You'd have to.
But that's not a serial killer, though.
No, but I'm just talking.
That's killers. A mad.
We're just talking killers, though. You said killers.
Yeah. So what I'm saying is, I think that there's like. Probably more murderers now.
Exactly. I agree.
But I think in terms of like multiple killing.
Serial killers, it's difficult.
Yeah, because it's like I know
Like,
people
how
I know people
many were there?
I know people get smarter in that, yeah, but like people don't always. I mean, this is just from the documentaries that I watch, yeah. Like,
Yeah, I've watched a few recently.
there's like they do smart. Certain people do smart. Okay, the smart serial killers usually are like the ones that work in a hospital or some shit. You know, you hear about those people
hidden
that
in
fucking,
plain sight.
right?
Yeah.
So then they end up having there was a story about a don who was giving people. No, it was a woman actually.
I think I know what you're gonna say.
Yeah, and she was injecting
Kids. It was babies. As
yeah.
well. Yeah. What is that called? It's. Oh, fuck, there's a term for it. Basically, she really liked to be the person that like saved the kid.
Right.
So she was constantly injecting kids with something, making them really, really ill.
Yeah.
And then nursing them back to like almost
That's
good
fuckery.
health. And then just as they got there, doing it again. So they would constantly have that like, oh, I'm helping this kid.
Right.
In their head, they're like, I'm a good person because
Yeah.
I'm doing this. And I think they wanted to project that outside as well to other people.
But then
So-
really they're killing some
But
of them.
really they are, they're killing a kid.
And so you hear about those type of things where people do that. But you know, like the typical, yo, come to my house, you're a prostitute, I'm gonna put you under the floor bed type stuff.
Yeah.
I mean that seemed like, I don't know, I didn't live in them times, innit? But I just feel like you could not get away with that type of stuff as much
You know
as you
what?
could now.
Yeah.
And then
I've definitely got something I want to say on that. So like, I'd say you're right. It's a hell of a lot harder to get away with that stuff now as it was that back then.
and not everyone's smart. That's basically what I'm saying.
Definitely agree. One thing I will say though is that there's a lot of shit that happens every day, like murders, that me and you never hear about. Back 20, 30 years ago, you would hear about like a lot of it, percentage wise.
Would you?
Because it was, I don't even know why, but like I know from conversations with like detectives and shit that I've known since I was younger, the shit they deal with on a day to day is horrific, and you and I would never hear anything of it because it's not in the newspapers. It's not like screamed about anywhere, and it's all the time.
Yeah.
So I would not say it's less.
Yeah, but you could just be speaking to the fact that there's more murderers.
Yeah, I guess, yeah. I don't know about the serial killer one.
Because, yeah, the serial killer is
serial killer one, I really don't know.
I agree with you on that. I'm
Yeah,
saying
I
that there's
don't know
more
about the
murderers,
serial-
but serial, like...
I don't know, man. I'm still not confident enough
I
to
feel
say
like
there's
you-
less. I'm still not confident enough.
Bro, they would have to be.
I don't...
From a
I don't know.
scientific point of view, they would have to be.
I tell you,
People just don't get away with it like that.
It's easier to catch them,
Exactly.
but
Bro, understand, yeah, back in the
people
day...
are fucked up, you know.
Yeah, of course. But this is the thing, because even that goes back to murdering again. People murder in horrific ways.
Yeah.
Like horrific ways. And had we not have Big Brother the way that we do, yeah, trust me, that they would continue to do that. Say like, remember when we had, what's her name, Gina, on the couch, and she was talking about what happened to her dad and whatnot.
Yeah.
I don't know if she actually went into the full details of what her dad actually did, but I found it on the internet.
She didn't really. No.
Yeah, so I'm not even actually going to say that.
No,
because she
I
didn't
know
really
you.
discuss
You
that.
told me
Right.
in private, but she didn't on the pod. I don't think.
Let me tell you this.
Is it mad?
He would what?
Yeah. No.
Fam.
What am I saying? Is it mad? You told me. It is
Yeah,
mad.
yeah.
It is fucked. It's really fucked.
He'd have done that again. He
Yes.
would have done that again.
I believe someone who's capable of that level of just madness is more than capable of doing it more than once. I feel like
if you just
I feel
murder-
like it's difficult for someone to do that
Oh, that
just
particular
once in their life.
Yes, exactly.
Like something that crazy and
yeah.
just go, all right, cool, that's
Yeah.
it, I'm done now, never again.
Nah, facts.
That if you're doing what he did, chances are I reckon
You could do
you're
that
right.
again.
You could comfortably do that again.
Because I think you could murder one time and not do that again.
Yes, yeah, potentially, but in the manner
Yeah,
of what he did, like the details of what he did, that is it's
the
mad.
planning.
Yes.
It's the planning.
I think
it's
that's the thing that sets it apart is the premeditation.
Right. Yeah, right. So, but the one-off, you know what? I just lost my head in not even I lost my head in a moment, but
Yeah.
you know, like
We had a specific like grievance, and I wanted to fucking.
I got a story. But I'm gonna have to change up. I'm gonna have to change up.
Before you go for that, back on the premeditation thing, just real quickly. That's even if you look at law and the way that works. if you premeditate something, that actually holds.
That's worse, isn't it?
Yeah, it's worse in a court of law. So that does actually change things a lot.
Well, I think you get really big birds for conspiracy as well.
Yes.
So if say I now have a problem with someone and I want them killed.
Yeah.
And I come to you and I tell you I want you to do X, Y, and Z. I could probably get a bigger bird than you. Or we're getting the same. I'm not getting less.
Or the difference of like you talking to me about it and then making a bit of a plan and then killing them, as opposed to you and my man have an argument and you just fucking lick him down. You're getting a lesser sentence for the second one.
Yes, exactly.
Because it's not premeditated.
Yeah, it's not premeditated. It just was one of them things that just happened, didn't it?
Which is interesting that law even accounts for that.
Why?
I know. I just find that interesting.
I feel like
I think it's right. I think it's right. Yeah, I'm just saying it's interesting.
That it makes sense. I've left my house today. I've come to record a podcast, and then I've got into an altercation with the person who's coming after me, and I've duppied him.
Yeah.
I didn't even plan to do that.
No.
But if I've said from a couple of weeks ago, you know what, I don't even fuck with my man and that, like, and you know what, if he talks to me a certain type of way, I'm gonna nank him. Yeah. And then I come to the thing with a knife and I do that. But I got a story, but I'm gonna change up the thing real life story. So I know someone, right, that has his auntie was murdered. Yeah. Right? Now, his auntie that was murdered by her partner. Right? This could be seen as premeditated, actually. So this could contradict where I'm going with this. Okay. But all right. So anyway, basically, they've been in a relationship for years. They've got children, all of those type of things now. Yeah. So what's happened is now, her partner has got a suspicion that his auntie is cheating on. No, let me say this again. Let me just say it from his perspective. The partner has a suspicion that his wife is cheating on him with the carpenter, someone who's coming in the house and doing certain things in the house. He's got a strong suspicion that is what's happening. Yeah, okay. He's spoken to her about it. He's spoken to them about it. They've denied it, right? But he's obviously, I don't know what it is, but he's seen certain things or whatever. Yeah. Anyway. This guy has gone to my friend's other family, because bearing in mind at this time, black families in that area, there was only a few, so they knew each other. Yeah. Yeah. So it's not like a bit. See, like now you go Holston, there's loads of black families. It's Brixton, wherever you may, there's loads of black families. In this particular area, there was only a few, so they all knew each other. Yeah. So so this man, the partner of his auntie, went to his nan and granddad on his other side. Does that make sense? Yeah. Right? So anyway, now he's told them, listen, I feel as though my wife is cheating on me with this man. And if I find out that is the case, I'm going to kill them.
Them?
Yes.
Okay.
Right? So then the granddad and the nan said, stop being so stupid. Stop saying so stupid things. Yeah. Like, they just did not take that seriously. They just thought, like, what are you talking about? Like, stop being so silly. So anyway, what ended up happening is now, a little while down the line, he's come home, and as he's come home, he's caught them in bed together.
Oh, shit.
Like, actually in bed, doing their thing.
Mad.
So he did a madness.
Yeah, I can't blame him.
He did an absolute madness. And hold on 1 second. Yo,
I'm here.
Let me go upstairs.
All right, Calum's gonna come and get you.
What do you talk about?
But yeah, I'm in the middle of talking about something. You can engage in the conversation still, because this is a bit different.
Yeah, we need to finish
about murder.
He's telling us about.
Is it both on? Both on.
Yes. Oh yeah, they're both on.
I'll just give you just because I've gone up to a certain point, so I'm just going to give you a brief. So we're talking about murder.
Yeah.
We're talking about whether there's like more serial killers, less serial killers, all that type of stuff, which went into like premeditated murder to just duppying on a. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. So then we was also talking about the way that like laws take those things into account. So if I say I've just left my house one day, I've just come to the studio, whatever. Then I've just got into a mad altercation with someone and I duppy them. It's different to if I say, you know what, I don't even fuck with my man. And if he does X, Y, and Z, then I'm going to nank him. And then I say, you know what, I'm going to turn up to the studio with the nank or whatnot. And then I come and then I nank him. Then I'm going to get a bigger bird because that was premeditated. Right? So I'm telling him a story about a real life story about someone. So I'm having to change up things or whatever.
Oh, yeah, cool.
So I'll say it in a nutshell and then we'll get to where we were, yeah. Basically, I know someone, right?
Like, no.
I know someone.
Oh, Jesus. All right, cool.
Yeah, right? Who, his uncle, let's say the person that I know, his name's A. Yeah? Aaron. Let's say Aaron.
Okay.
Yeah?
Aaron.
I know a guy called Aaron. His auntie was murdered. Right? Aaron's auntie was murdered.
Okay, yeah.
Right? Aaron's auntie on his dad's side.
Yeah.
Right. So anyway, now what's happened is the partner of Aaron's auntie had a suspicion that she was cheating on him.
Okay.
Right. That's his wife.
Yeah.
Right. He's got a suspicion that she's doing her
down.
Right.
Yeah. Cool.
With the carpenter.
Oh. Okay.
A don that's in the house fixing some stuff or whatever. He's got a strong suspicion that my man is doing something with his wife in his house.
Okay, cool. Yeah, cool.
I don't know. I wasn't there,
cool.
but he's got a strong suspicion. He's spoken to them about it.
Okay, cool.
They've denied it.
Of course, you have to. But
right. Yeah?
Yeah.
So anyway, now the partner who like say it's you, yeah, you know your auntie, her partner is your uncle, innit? It's like your auntie and uncle because they're married, innit? Right, basically. So the partner has then gone to his family on his other side now. So just to give context, this is at a time where there wasn't much black people in an area. So all the black families knew each other. Yeah.
Okay.
So the partner knows Aaron's mum side of the family.
Okay.
Yeah. They know each other because it's a small community, whatever. And he said, yo, to Aaron's nan and granddad on his other side, I've got a suspicion that my wife is cheating on me, and if I find out that they are, I'm gonna duppy them, basically.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So the nan and granddad has said, don't be so stupid.
Type of vibe, like.
Yeah, like, what are you talking about? Like, stop being so stupid. They're not taking that, like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, but everyone says that reaction, you know what I mean? I want to kill them.
Yes, exactly.
Like.
To use so, like, flagrantly. Like.
Yeah. Like, usually you might say, oh, you know what, if I catch my kids doing X, Y, and Z, I'm going to kill them.
Yeah.
But you're not thinking that they're going to actually kill them. Yeah?
No.
So anyway, now, he's come home one day.
Oh, God.
And he's found the carpenter in bed with his wife.
Like, action. Like.
In it.
Ooh.
In the thick of it.
So his auntie was obviously doing whatever. Yeah?
Ooh.
So now he's done a madness. Yeah, he's done the madness. He's done the whole madness. Yep, the whole madness in the house, but in front of the kids though.
Oh, yeah, you didn't say that before.
Yeah, there was kids there.
Well, not in the room, surely.
I don't know.
They were definitely in the house.
They were definitely in the house.
They
were definitely in the house. So now you can just imagine how traumatic that experience is. Yeah. Even if you're not actually, because I think if you're a child and you hear an altercation like that, usually they do one of two things. They might just be sitting there scared because they just hearing a madness, or someone might run upstairs and be like, "Mommy," you understand what I'm saying? Yeah. But even just sitting there and hearing that happening upstairs, and then obviously him coming down, probably blood all over him and whatnot. They might even have gone upstairs, God knows whatnot. All I can tell you is that it really affected them. Like, apparently. Like, it really affected them.
Wait, and you know?
Yes.
Aaron was there.
My God.
Aaron was there.
Aaron was in the house.
No, okay, I'm going to say this differently. Aaron wasn't there. He definitely wasn't there because that wasn't around his time.
Okay.
But Aaron's cousin was there because that's his mum and dad.
Of course, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's his mum and dad.
right.
So Aaron and the cousin are close.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the cousin obviously confines in Aaron.
Okay, yeah.
And you understand what I'm saying? So anyway, now he's done a madness, whatever. He's rang the police and he's told them, boom, this is what I've done. Yeah. So obviously all of this has happened now. Boom, 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 boom. So I say this to say, yeah, is that premeditated?
Oh, that's an interesting question.
Is it premeditated? Did he plan? Because he actually didn't do a mad bird for that, you know. He didn't do a mad bird. The reason why I know that he didn't do a mad bird.
Wait, have water. Ooh.
Oh shit! Sorry, I've got some, but I'm drinking out of it. Like, so it might be.
There's other drinks in that bag. There are big bottles in there. I don't know what they are though.
There's no. This is fizzy though.
Is that fizzy?
This is.
Not fizzy. Oh.
This is like a honey tea. Is that premeditated?
That's a really good question.
There's two things to look out for in this, yeah? One is the fact that he's turned up and he's seen a madness.
Yes.
But on the other side though, he had the suspicion, and the suspicion was, if I see them doing that, I'm going to do this.
I guess the question is, did he really think that he would do that if he caught them?
It's techie, man, because that was actually live.
You don't know.
Because it's like...
It's a really tough question to answer. I guess...
What do you lot think in the comments? Let me know.
I guess put it this way. When he walked into the house that day, was he planning on killing them?
No.
There you go. That's my answer.
But he was planning on killing them if he saw them do it though.
True.
And so this is the thing, yeah?
But she lied. Do you get what I mean? She lied. And he caught her in her lie.
Yeah, in that moment. So that's where it's not premeditated. But it's premeditated now if you say, because you know what you can argue. This is what you can argue, yeah? If I have a strong suspicion that this is what's going to happen, and I believe that if I see that, my anger is going to get to that place, I have to leave you. I have to go. If I'm saying to myself, you know what, yeah, I'm in a situation with someone and like, I love this person so much, yeah, but something is so off and my gut is, and it's irking me. I've got to do something about that. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah. I hear you. I fully hear you.
You can't just leave just like that, though. Do you get what I mean? When it's love. Love is a different type of drug. It make you just like crazy stuff, like, oof.
You got children as well in play.
Exactly. You can't just what?
There's too much there to just walk away, I guess, that quickly.
But if it was premeditated, though, he would have gone in and said, "You them." He would have come in and said, "Did this." You lot, come with me. Jump in a whip. I'm going to take you to your grandma's. Yeah, I'm going to take you to your grandma's. Wait, let me finish. I'm going to take you to your grandma's. I'm going to take you to your aunties or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah? Don't worry about it. Everything's going to be all right. Pull up skirt to the aunties, grandma's, whatever. Now, they've hopped out. Yeah? I drive back to the whip now with a big one. On a confrontational thing.
Yeah, that's
when it becomes...
That's clearly premeditated.
Right.
Yeah.
Because there's preparation and planning involved.
Right.
The way it went down, it didn't sound to me like there was any planning or preparation.
Yeah.
It was just a comment. And it's not to say that comment didn't mean anything when he originally said it. However, there was no planning necessarily. I don't think so. That's my personal opinion. But it's still really techie. Because even the fact that he
look at her face.
I know.
I'm just like,
it's hard.
You know when you tell kids, if you do that, I'm gonna do A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Then the kid does it, and you're thinking, raw.
I'm not really, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, because sometimes as a parent, that's what I said to you earlier. Yeah? As a parent, you might say, if you do this, I'm gonna kill you. But you don't really mean that you're gonna do that. But sometimes a parent says, you know what? Yeah, if you do X, Y, and Z, I'm gonna smack you.
Yeah.
And I know that if you do that, I'm going to smack you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I know as a parent, if you do that, you're going to get a smack because you have to know that you can't do that. So is it the same? Is it the same? You know what? If I see X, Y, and Z, I'm going to kill them. Yeah, but that's just like you're not really going to do it. Or is it the smack? If I see them doing that, I'm going to kill them, the smack. Is it the same?
This is a tricky question.
You came into the tricky one.
This is a tricky question.
So what do you lot think? Tell me what you lot think. Is that premeditated?
Yeah, I want to see
Or
some
is it
good
not?
comments below.
Yeah, because I'm very curious
That
to
is a
find out.
techie one because it's like, if it's a thing that he sees like a hat or trousers, you think, alright, cool, you're being sneaky. But this is live, like you come in, boom,
Yeah.
and you see it.
To see it in the flesh, literally.
You're gonna go crazy. You're thinking,
That's different to your missus. You're saying, "Yo, I slept with."
You know what I mean?
Right.
Thinking,
Like to see it with your eyes.
your bed.
Yeah, to see someone pipe
in your bed. In your bed.
Yeah, because those are all the dynamics. It's like, let me put it to you like this, yeah.
With the kids
have you
downstairs.
actually ever seen someone, forget about family members or whatever, yeah? Just say brethrens or whatnot. Have you ever seen two people piping in the same room as you? Okay, I don't like it. When I'm not getting none and I'm in the room and my brethren's piping or whatever it is, I'm not loving it. I don't like the sound. I don't even like the kissing. You know when you hear the it makes me want to smack someone. I'm telling you. So then when you start hearing,
that's a mad thing.
you know what I'm saying?
That's a mad thing.
As you and that's your don. Yeah, and they're not even doing anything wrong. They're just in their moment.
Still don't like it.
And I hate it.
Yeah, man.
I hate it.
So imagine your wife now. What? Yeah.
So now this is where Aaron is conflicted as a person because ultimately that's his auntie. So you would think, you know what, yeah? But okay, and I need to say, this is very important to say, yeah? Because what Aaron knows is not necessarily what happened. This is, Aaron knows the vague thing of what happened. His auntie was killed and these were the circumstances. He doesn't know whether the carpenter was actually piping in that moment. He doesn't know about those type of things. He doesn't really know that, yeah?
Sorry,
but this you can't open that?
Yeah, I've been trying to...
Let me have a look.
I've been trying to open that the whole time. But so he doesn't know all of that. He doesn't. These are just the stories that's been pieced together.
And
so this could be wrong, but I'm just saying it. I'm just posing the argument anyway. Yeah. If now, taking that into consideration, that is the case, then I think Aaron as a person is conflicted in that situation because obviously you're supposed to be like, right, like he's his auntie, innit? Like that's just like I'm not fucking with what my and especially also because Aaron is close with his cousin. Yeah. So his cousin that's affected all of them in their life and stuff like that. And like he would have seen what their dad did to their mum, which will live with them. One of the kids actually in their adult age ended up like passing away through like mental illnesses and stuff like that. Because you can imagine like it's tough. That's a tough one to go through. Yeah. And so from that perspective, you can have a lot of anger towards the dad by saying like, why did you just not like? Why did you have to do that? Like, why did it have to be that? But there's like a human element of it where it's like, I know that this is completely wrong. This is wrong. It's completely wrong. But if I'm being honest, I'm saying to myself, I could possibly see how someone goes in, you love someone, you walk into a room and you lose your head. I can see how that happens. But what I would say is with the suspicion, if you had the strong suspicion, you were supposed to do something about that. You know what I mean? You have to do something. I know that you can say, oh, you know what? I asked that person, like, and they told me no, they weren't doing it.
The wife should have took it as like, you know what? Let me just cool down a little bit. He's clocking on. You know what I'm trying to say? She should have been like, all right, cool. Let me just be easy with the situation. But she was like, you know what? Let me just carry on. You might do it like 99 times. That one time get clocked. It's a wrap. Like,
yeah, because that might have actually been the first time that they. I know it's bad to say this, but that might have been the first time that they slept together. Like it actually happened, and then. Do you know what? Do you know what happens as well sometimes?
What?
You know, they may not have had a thing for each other. This happens in real life. You don't have a thing for each other,
where you're going.
but someone,
It's just
your
tension.
partner is saying you like him.
Oh, let me just do it then.
And then you're like, I don't even like him. You do like him. I see the way that you look at his body and all of that stuff. And then before you know it now, you start looking at his body now like, oh yeah, it's all right still.
Because they're pointing out stuff that you didn't.
Yeah, I wasn't even looking at that.
Yeah.
And then now all of a sudden the attraction starts because, you know what? You sparked it.
Yeah, you did. You fucked it for yourself.
But you know what it is, yeah? To cheat someone when your kids are there.
Yeah, it's not.
That one is defo like a quickie, like,
Yeah,
hey, let's do
semantic.
it quick before he comes.
Semantic.
You know what I'm trying to say? Like,
It's
that's mad. The kids are there.
Yeah,
That's kind of,
it's
whoa.
crazy. It's crazy. And I think for that, that's probably why Aaron would found it very difficult to fuck with. You get what I'm saying? And do you know what made it even worse? Well, I'm going to end it right here. What made it even worse is he came out of jail, yeah, and then Aaron's other auntie married him.
Ah?
What?
Does she feel safe with that?
The sister.
That means something was going on between them. And that's his guilty conscience probably clocking that I'm doing my thing. So you're definitely doing your thing. Do you get it?
It's interesting, isn't it?
I don't know how.
I don't know if that is this. I don't know if
Process
that is the case. But that's a point. I mean, that's the point.
She's a brave woman. That's
Or maybe this is the thing. You say that she's a brave woman, but maybe I'm just playing devil's advocate here. Maybe she could have been thinking to herself, he's not a bad man. He did a bad thing in a, what do they call it? Passion of, what do they call it? There's a term for that, isn't it? Passion of like, I don't know. There's an actual term where it's like a crime of passion or some shit like that. Yeah.
right. Yeah.
So he's done a crime of passion, but like, that's an extreme situation. I know that I'm not going to do that. And he's a nice man.
But the kids, man, like, it's no one
I
trying to think
don't
about the
know.
kids,
It's
like.
That whole dynamic
It's
that
nuts.
you've now created with the family.
It's nuts.
That's
It's
I
awkward.
can't even understand
It's
it.
nuts. But also, I just want to,
Was
as a side note,
was that Aaron's mother?
no, it wasn't Aaron's mother.
Okay.
It was no, it wasn't Aaron's mother. No,
It was his
his
other
auntie.
auntie.
Yeah.
Oh my God. But the
So-
parents, though, probably thinking,
Can you imagine what that does to the family,
That's what I'm saying.
to the other brothers and sisters, and
That is
the
what
aunties
I'm
and uncles,
saying.
and the cousins, and the mum and dad of them? Do you understand what I'm saying?
nah, this can't be real. This is like a movie. Like,
But I do want to end this by saying this: what I've said here is not necessarily the actual facts of what happens. It's just like the piece together stuff through what Aaron has spoken to with certain people and whatever, and it could be completely not the way that it was explained. Yeah. So, but I was just using that as an example to talk about like how you would interpret like premeditated murder, and also just going back as well, if there's anyone that has worked at a crime scene, if their job is to work at a crime scene, if that's what you do, if you work at crime scenes, I'd like to talk to you.
Yeah.
So whoever you know, if you know someone that works in like that has to go to a scene of a crime as a job, can you forward them to me so I can speak to them? Mimi, what are you telling me?